that's where I won a state title. And then I attended the University of Illinois on a wrestling scholarship. So I went on to receive a concurrent dual degree, which is kind of a fancy term for saying double major, in advertising and consumer economics and finance. I was a starter on the wrestling team the last 4 years and received All-American honors my senior year. And as soon as I graduate in this next week, I guess, I'll be going into a master's program in the Geese Business School. And I will be on the coaching staff for the wrestling team. I guess it was my decision. I guess I wrestled too good and I had to start or something. But I don't regret it one bit. I mean, I changed so much in that year and just kind of adapted to the way I needed to compete and kind of tie that in with my academics. Freshman, I mean, the easiest way to put it is that I managed. My freshman year, first semester, I took 17 credit hours, which is a lot. It's every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at least. There's some guys that are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We have lifting in the morning, bright and early, 6:30. We lift, get done, go to breakfast right away at a varsity room. It's what it's called. It's where all the athletes pretty much go and get schedule. It actually affected my school schedule. Wrestling has something unique where we only compete on Fridays and Sundays. The only time it's over the weekend is if it's in a tournament. So because why I needed to be eating it every day and stick to that routine. So it came down to simple little things as I'm going to have a sip of Gatorade before practice because I know what that's going to do to my body, or I might be difficult, or I might be heavy on weight, but I know it's going to benefit me in the long run. It's staying focused and doing what you have to do best. Cause I mean, when I was coming to the University of Illinois, my coach said specifically, he's like, if social life is something of importance to you and you're going to be wrestling and you're going to be in school, this is not going to be the place for you. When we go to those places, it's like, oh, it's just awesome. It's so cool. I can't even
kind of the energy inside. Energy.
Yeah. So specifically I loved going to the East Coast. That was absolutely my favorite because it was travel. It was being there. The crowd is so rowdy. They do not like you. It doesn't matter. And you're loving the energy going out because it's great. It's Fat Sandwich. I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but it's this huge sandwich, like bigger than a Jimmy John sandwich, like a little bit bigger than that. And they stuff it with chicken tenders, mozzarella sticks, eggs, bacon, fries, all this like food. And then they roll it up into a sandwich and it is so good. It's so good. It's probably 12,000 calories in a sandwich. And I really enjoyed that. I feel like I'm, I guess, tech savvy, if like, whatever. I think our generation is tech savvy, but I really think I have a good grasp on how I can really evolve a company or evolve technology into a company to be successful. Like I'm just like, I'm really excited about the business aspect of everything. And I'm really good with people. So I'm not worried about meeting anybody new or being intimidated by someone. I was so nervous. You get on these big stages and these dual meets and these tournaments where there's so many people, but when you go to NCAAs, I mean, there's double the amount of people that there is at some of those duels and like all of them combined. So I remember going to the tournament and my dad texted me saying, just enjoy it. Like, take it all in, look up, enjoy everything, because this isn't something that everybody gets the opportunity to actually experience. So just make sure you take it all in. Mrs. Buck, she was a math teacher, algebra teacher. She was one of my first ones too. Great, loved it. Mrs. Kozlowskis, another math teacher. Mr. Sinise, long beard dude. Mrs. Powell, she was my creative writing teacher.
Yeah.
Mrs. Otto. She was the one that really taught like a college professor and kind of like hey, like read this, here's the exam. And it's just like, okay, well, none of the stuff that you taught us. Mrs. Lee, Senora Lee, Senora Lee, Senora Grote, like those two Spanish teachers. I loved Spanish in high school. Mr. Carblum, he was my freshman English teacher. He was kind of like he put a good twist on what we can do in class with readings, with understanding. And Mr. Wadlington, who kind of gave me the perspective in sociology, I think it was my senior year. Yeah, my senior year, on how it works and how that sociology, don't allow yourself to fall behind, stay on top of your stuff, and you guys will be fine. So just make sure you make the most of school and stay on top of it. That's it. Everybody.